Greetings, investors. My name is Gene Melamud, and I'm here with my esteemed colleague,
Hunter Burnett.
So today, we're going to talk to you about discipline. And although it's probably more exciting for us to sit here and talk to you about different stock ideas, we wanted to point out to you what families that we think are successful have done, how they make decisions in different market cycles. So, and I'm really excited. I want to compare that to Olympics. Olympics are coming up here in July. I'm very excited about these athletes. And what I'm particularly excited about is what it takes to get to their level, right? The discipline that it takes to train, to diet, to talk to coaches, both coaches that train you physically and mentally, to talk to your nutritionist. All of that at that one moment in time, that 2 or 3 minutes of performance. You spend years training to stay on schedule, to stay disciplined. I mean, it's easy to get distracted, right?
Very easy. I mean, one McDonald's trip alone, you're off the diet. I mean, I couldn't do it.
You know, I've said this story earlier in one of our previous tapings, but I like going to the gym in the morning. And I went to the gym this morning.
4 a.m.?
At 4, you know, actually I was there at 5. But, and believe it or not, the room was relatively full. But what most folks were doing is just kind of moseying from one machine to the next machine, talking, kind of looking around, listening to music. I had a sheet with me, right? A strategy. I came into the gym. I had a certain amount of things that I wanted to do to, you know, be consistent with my discipline.
You had a regimen.
I had a regimen, right? And so this is what I relate to, and this is what I'm hoping to talk to my customers about. What is your regimen? What is your discipline? How do you get to that peak performance as an investor, right? So this is what we're going to share with you today about the type of behavior that we're seeing in clients that's kind of like a common denominator, right? So I'll start off with the fact that what I notice with customers who are successful is they kind of stay in their lane. They know what their comfort level is, they know what they're like, and they generally stick to their shopping list. So if, for example, they're interested in utilities, they're looking for dividends, they're not likely to look at this phenomenal growth company, or at least a company that was described to them as a phenomenal growth company by their friend in the gym, at a bar, on a news channel. They stick in their lane.
They're not chasing GameStop or anything along those lines.
That's actually well said, right? Because why do a lot of people, when we talk to customers, are you interested in this stock? It's going up, right? But folks that have shown consistency over the years, I'm not comfortable with this investment. I am comfortable with this one. So that during down markets like we had in 2022, well, for me, I've been in the business for 30 years, and I've been through 2000 down market, through 2002, 2008 declines. Believe me, what we find most people tell us in those markets is, oh, you know, is Bitcoin hot? Is GameStop hot? No, they're wanting to make their money to stop from going down. But wealthy individuals, people with discipline, people with strategy, call and say, what's on sale? These are the types of things that are in my wheelhouse. Are they of good value? What do you think about buying some of this or that? You see what I'm saying? And those are the kinds of conversations that develop how people create wealth. Because the buys they made between 2000 and 2002, the buys they made in 2008 were uncomfortable. And the people who stuck to their knitting made those buys, and they made a lot of money. Okay? I think what's really neat, and where I think we come in, and you're so good at this stuff, is, you know, last videotaping we had, Hunter talked about goal planning. That's right. But I think having a budget is your investment discipline, is your roadmap. Whatever your plan is in the gym is a roadmap for athletes to get to that next level. We feel that your program is your budget. We get to know you by understanding what you want to spend your money on.
Exactly.
And so once Hunter gets it down on paper and leaks it into and connects it to your goal plan, it gives you an opportunity to see how your decision, how your action or inaction affects your goal plan. So things like destination weddings,
destination weddings. In last video, we used Clark and Lois talking about destination wedding, vacation home, travel trips, a little more luxury items. We're able to have that conversation because they provided their budget. They knew they had X amount of expenses each year, and they couldn't go beyond that to get this vacation home, is what it ended up being. But that's not the only thing that goes into budgeting. There's a lot of other nuances.
But we had an interesting case to where we had a customer that wanted to own property up north in North Carolina. They were thinking about certain financial options, financing options, and we came up, because we had their full picture, we came up with an option. Do you remember this case?
Well,
what happened is that instead of them taking on a certain amount of debt, we wound up juggling about how they can make their budget work. And so instead of just buying a place up north because, we want to have up north and some place to go, we want to see how it affects your outflow. What is the carry cost of that property? How does it affect your ability to save? Are you still able to participate in, if you're working, in your 401k and other pre-tax deferral options? And so staying in your lane is very important. Helping your kids. Many of our clients, for example, want to help their kids and grandkids.
That's right.
And so, why? Because they can. But what is the impact on your path? Are you overextending and handing out too much money? What if your health gets worse? So these are the situation that we'd like to brainstorm with you about.
Absolutely.
Hunter gets your program, you're on a budget, feeds it into the goal plan. Your goal plan is connected to your account at Raymond James. You can connect to your goal plan through your investor access, go into the play zone, change the variables, and see how that affects your outcome. Are you less likely to live beyond your money, right? Or is your money likely, let me rephrase that, is your money likely to die before you do if you pursue certain expenses? Okay? Stay in your lane. Give us a call, and we'll be happy to chat with you further, help you develop a discipline. Till next time, happy investing.
Take care.